Here are 41 free plugins worth downloading in 2026. And for more free plugins, make sure you subscribe to watch my Music Year news videos on Saturdays. Okay, this first one is a limited time freebie, so go get it now. Universal Audio is giving away their 610 tube preamp and EQ collection, and this is a legit classic. You get the 610A and 610B channel strips, which are all about adding real tube warmth, presence, and saturation to vocals, guitars, pretty much anything. Drop it at the front of your chain and things just sound bigger and more finished right away. And the nice part is this works as a native plugin, no UAD hardware needed. Next up is a vocal design tool from Minimal Audio. It's called Formant, and it's a super clean, lightweight plugin for vocal sound design. What it does is formant shifting, so you can completely change the character of your vocal. You get an XY pad to drag around and find sweet spots, plus a tilt EQ to shape the highs and lows. You can go subtle or extreme, and it's fun to mess with, really quick to dial in some synthetic sounding leads or create contrast for your backing vocals. By the way, I'll add links to these plugins below, and hey, do you know what really kills my flow when I'm making music? Hunting for the right sound. That's why I use Splice, and yes, this video is sponsored by them. With the Splice Creator Plan, I get high quality samples and full access to their instrument presets, and I can preview everything directly in my DAW before I download it. That keeps me moving and actually finishing tracks instead of breaking my momentum. Right now, the Splice Creator Plan is just $4.99 for your first month, so if you want a faster, less frustrating workflow, click the link below and try it for yourself. All right, next, if you're looking for a clean and flexible reverb, this is a good one. Celine from Auburn Sounds is an algorithmic reverb with a really nice, totally free version. The free version includes features like freeze for infinite tails, an 8-band damping EQ, built-in ducking and gating, vintage tone, and a lot more. You'll notice that I'm covering effects plugins first, and then I've got some instrument plugins later in the video. All right, let's get some sonic texture. Codec just got a refresh. It's a lo-fi tool that adds bit crush, sample rate reduction, and digital artifacts, but in a musical way. The new version gives you more control over tone shaping and better filters. It's really good for adding some crunch on drums or making transitions more textured. Super easy to use, and yeah, totally free. Okay, check this one out. YouTuber Chris Bryant, known as Signs of Life on YouTube, released a free plugin in 2025 called Soul. It was made in collaboration with Dawsome, and it's a granular reverb. The unique thing is that it doesn't just use rooms or spaces, it actually creates textural soundscapes. So you may use this more like a sound design tool than a simple reverb. There's movement, vibe, and it's just a nice creative tool. All right, here's one for your stereo field. Tiny Caterpillar is a stereo enhancer plugin. Think spread EQ that widens your audio with bell-shaped filters in each channel, but it keeps your mono image intact as well. If you want to add some space to guitars or just going crazy with some stereo effects, give this a try. Okay, this next one is a 3D delay by Harrison Audio. This isn't just another stock delay. It has 3 independent taps that you can pan and set to different time values, which makes it really great for anything from doubling and slapback echoes to complex multi-tap rhythms. You get modulation and damping controls that kind of mimic classic 80s digital units, plus filters to carve out the high and low ends, so the repeats sit nicely in your mix. All right, Lunacy Audio, the people behind Cube, released 2 freebies last year. First up is Haze. It's a chorus plugin, but it does a lot more. This thing is more like a hybrid between chorus, reverb, and diffusion. It gives you that wide, dreamy, shimmering sound that kind of feels like you're floating in space. The second plugin is called Filter. It gives you a bunch of filter types, standard ones like low pass, band pass, and high pass, but it also gives you creative ones like comb and format filters as well. You get control over cutoff, resonance, and even slope, which goes up to 8 times. Okay, I've got 2 plugins from Lux that are great for mixing. The first is Lux Vocal Preamp. It gives you 1 knob saturation control plus a musical EQ. It's designed to get vocals sounding polished quicker. And the second one is Lux Sub Bass, which is all about fattening up low end like 808s, kicks, and bass synths. It's analog modeled, so things sound smooth and kind of avoids that harsh digital sound. All right, this next one is something really unique and interesting. It's a MIDI effect, not an audio one, but it's an expressive thing. This is strum plate, and the whole concept is about separating what notes you play from when they happen. It's inspired by the old omnichord touch plate, and instead of strumming strings, you're basically strumming MIDI notes into existence. So hold down a chord on your keyboard, then swipe your mouse across this on-screen gold plate, or use your pitch wheel, and as you move, the notes of that chord get triggered in real time. Pretty cool. Okay, listen up. If you've got a Focusrite interface or a Novation gear sitting on your desk, you might want to check your account because there's a free plugin waiting for you called Soften. It's made in collaboration with Sonics, and it helps by cleaning up harshness in your tracks. It's for vocals, guitars, even the full mix. Super simple interface, just one big control and 3 modes for vocals, guitars, and mixes. Okay, Air Music Tech is giving away their Channel Strip plugin as a standalone download, completely free. It said until July 31st, 2025, but it's still there. It's a clean general purpose channel strip that works well on just about anything, any instruments or even vocals. You get compression, EQ, gating, and filtering all in this one interface. All right, I just discovered this one. Waves is giving away a bundle of 9 plugins for free right now. No strings attached. The pack includes VComp, VEQ3, Studioverse instruments and effects, and even a full synth called Flow Motion FM. You also get Guitar Solo for amp sims, Audio Track for channel strip stuff, and IR Live for convolution reverb, and there's even more stuff. So I've been tracking this free plugin pack, and it seems to change from time to time. Different plugins go in and out of this pack, but hey, this is what you get right now, so go get it. All right, one more pack of plugins, and this is a pack of 8, and then we're going to get to instruments next. So check this out. Dear Reality's entire plugin lineup was supposed to only be free until July of last year, but it's still available when I checked their website. It includes immersive audio tools like Dear VR Pro 2, Exoverb, Dear VR Mix, and even some resynthesis and ambisonics plugins. And these were part of Sennheiser's immersive audio push, but they're discontinuing the Dear Reality brand and kind of folding everything into their bigger audio division. And so these plugins right now are free. First free plugin instrument. This is actually an instrument platform that I really love. Soundbox by Audio Modern. It's simple to use and has great sounds and tools built in. You get modular effects, LFOs, and macro controls. There are paid libraries available, but don't skip the free ones. Spectra, Mechania, and the brand new Starlit, which is a synth pop library. These are great libraries with very usable sounds. Don't miss out. All right, next up, E-Instruments, the company behind some popular contact instruments you probably already know, has a couple free instruments. The first is Desolate Guitars Fragment. It's taken from their full Desolate Guitars instrument. Think moody landscapes and indie vibes. I've used this several times already in my beats. The other one from E-Instruments is Slower Fragment, and it gives you a taste of the full Slower plugin. It's based on recordings made with 4 different tape machines, studio decks, portables, even a dictaphone, and all played back at half speed. It works really well for like ambient, lo-fi, or cinematic textures. Okay, so this one surprised me when it came out. Native Instruments released Massive X Player, which is a preset focused version of their flagship Massive X synth, and it's completely free. The focus here is on the Morpher, which is an XY pad and lets you blend sounds in real time. There's also an animator for rhythmic motion, plus a randomized button and macro controls to kind of keep things usable as you explore. All right, let's get some drums. If you've watched my channel before, you've probably heard me talk about Trias, the drum machine plugin from Wave Alchemy, but not everyone knows that there's a free version called Trias Player, and it includes 4,000 samples, 200 presets, and a built-in sequencer, so you can actually build full beats with this plugin. The main limitation with the free player version is that compared to the paid version, you can't load your own samples. Still, totally worth it for beat making. All right, how about a classic synth? If you've used the free OBXD synth, there's a new version to check out. It's called OBXF, and it comes from the same team behind that open source Surge synth. This one is a new take on the classic OBX emulation. It's still 100% free, and you get some nice upgrades, but right now it's in beta form only. All right, this next one is more of an ongoing project, Crow Hill has been running something called Vaults, where they release new free plugin instruments every month. When a new one drops, the oldest rotates into an archive where you can still get it by donating to charity. The latest release is Glass Speaker. It's a sample instrument built from recording simple glass objects and turning them into something expressive. It sits somewhere between a glockenspiel and a celeste, but feels more organic and experimental. Get this new library, but make sure while you're there, you grab the other free instruments that are there for now. Okay, next, UVI Workstation just got updated to version 4. It's a free player for UVI sound banks, and when you install it, you also get a starter sound pack included. And it gives you some solid sounds with the engine and a mix of synth, keys, and other sounds. Just install the workstation and the sounds just show up automatically. All right, this next one is very specific to Novation. They just released a new plugin called Play, and it's only for the LaunchKey Mark IV users. It's a standalone instrument with over 80 presets sampled from classic synths like the Bass Station 2, Peak, Prophet 5, and the OB6, and it's mapped directly to the launch keys, knobs, and pads. The tight integration is the main draw here. You can browse presets, trigger drum kits, and toggle effects from the controller without touching your mouse. And completely free if you own a LaunchKey Mark IV. Oh, check your Novation account under My Software to find it. All right, I want to switch to a couple of non-instrument tools now. If you're mixing in a bedroom or mainly on headphones, Biodynamic Headphone Lab is worth checking out. It's a free plugin that turns any supported Biodynamic Pro headphones into a virtual studio environment. The idea is to make stereo imaging and balance feel more like speakers without needing room treatment. Last on the list is a full DAW. This classic free DAW came back in 2025. Cakewalk Sonar is free again. It gives you unlimited tracks, VST3 support, and really nice editing tools. You'll need to register for a free account on BandLab to download it, and there's some features that are kind of reserved for a paid version, but you can totally finish tracks with this free version of Sonar too. And that's the full list. Keep making the music you love, and I'll see you in the next one.